Hello everyone, thank you so much for watching. I wanted to make a quick video talking about the costs and expenses that go into just kind of day-to-day living in Ireland. So this is for anyone who might be moving over and is trying to kind of get it in their heads of what to expect, but also for people who just might be curious what it is that goes into living over here. Now, bear in mind, this is my own personal knowledge and experience, and of course, this is my husband and I, and we live in a 3-bedroom house. We rent. We don't have any dependents as of yet, so no children, no pets. So I'll go over what I know of those expenses, but just know that it's based on research and not firsthand experience. Also bear in mind, a lot of these expenses are a reflection of my husband and I really trying to save, really living on a budget. So he's a teacher at the moment. I'm working as a special needs assistant. So we don't have a whole lot of free flowing cash. So we put a lot into savings. We try and save our money wherever we can. So a lot of the costs that I'm going to go over today will kind of reflect that we're living kind of lower middle class at the moment. So things you can go a little bit cheaper. You can kind of splurge a little bit more just depending on your taste and income. Also bear in mind that these are expenses as of November of 2023. So of course, as the years and months go by, these will all fluctuate. So firstly, income tax here is 20% if you're under 40,000 euro a year. Anything over that is taxed at 40%. If you have a second job in addition to a full-time job, you are taxed higher on the second job. Now there is something here called tax credits, and honestly, I don't know a whole lot about it. And anyone I've asked here has a really hard time explaining it as well. So it is something that I know that you can work around it. You can combine your tax credits with your spouse and split them in certain ways, split them between multiple jobs. So there are ways to work around and get creative with your taxes, but I can't get into too much detail because I really don't understand it myself. So here there are a lot of government programs. So it might be that you pay less for your child to go to university. You might pay less for a hospital visit. If you're having a baby, it might cost less than in the States. But bear in mind, it all kind of evens out to the States as well, because in the States, every year you get a pretty hefty tax return versus here, you might not get a lot of it back. But I will say, save all of your medical receipts. So if you have to go to a physical therapist, if you have to go to the dentist, anything that's medical related, keep those receipts, file them with your taxes, and you will get 20% of that back. So it's kind of like they give you back the tax that you would have paid on your income to pay for those, and you get that money back. To start off, I'm going to go over some grocery and household items and also some clothing prices as well. I really love Dunnes Stores. It's probably the most comparable to Target, but just not as much selection. However, the prices and quality are really fantastic, and their items are frequently on sale, and they also have vouchers. So they would offer €5 off of 20 as well as €10 off of 50, and you can add these up together as well. So if you spend €70, let's say, you can save 15. There is also Lidl and Aldi. They are smaller stores, but their prices are a little bit lower and they're still good quality. Looking at Dunnes Stores prices, you can get a really delicious loaf of bread for only €2. And hopefully I did the math right on this, but just shy of 3/4 of a gallon of milk is €3. Dunnes Stores, it is $11.50 per kg, or just over 2 pounds of chicken. But if you go over to Aldi, you can find it for $10.58 per kg. If you're looking at 4.4 ounces of blueberries, in Dunnes they'd be €3. And for the same amount, if you were over in Lidl, they would be $1.66. But as you can see, you can get them for as little as 80 cents. In Dunnes, you can get ground beef for $11.80 per kg. Or if in Aldi, it would be only $7.18 per kg. As well, you can get potatoes for $1.50 per kg in Dunnes, and even as little as 75 cents per kg in Lidl. If you're looking to eat out, you can go to Apache for some pizza, and you could be starting off at only €10 and going upwards of about 24. A little bit fancier would be Wood Fired Pizza, is a restaurant in Cork. They have some really fantastic pizzas, and actually their prices are quite comparable. If you're looking for something more like a burger, A really wonderful place is O'Reilly's Food Truck, also in Cork. These start as little as €6, go upwards of 13, as you can see, and priced in and around there. There is also Supermax, which is kind of a step up from McDonald's, and surprisingly their prices are not that much lower. If you head over to Boots, which is a lot like CVS or Walgreens, and you're looking for just some face wash, you might find a good selection that are in and around €10. I really love the brand Rituals for skincare, and you might find lotion for in and around €30. I really love Aussie hair products, and luckily they're very easy to find here. So you could get a bottle of shampoo and a bottle of conditioner for around €7 each. 12 rolls of toilet paper from Dunn's is only $3.50. A tube of Colgate toothpaste might be $7.50 in Dunn's, but you can oftentimes find it cheaper in other stores like Centra. When you're looking to do your laundry, you can get 25 washes for €3.59. And to run your dishwasher 60 times will cost €12. Then a standard dish soap will only be $3.50. Antibacterial spray is only €1. And Dunn's also has great cookware as well. If you're looking to get a few furniture pieces or just things for around the house, a great store is Jysk. It's kind of a Scandinavian type of a store, a lot like IKEA. The Range is another fantastic store. It's a lot like Hobby Lobby. It has a lot of household supplies, crafting supplies, home decor, and you'll get a lot of things for really good prices as well. Also, if you're looking for kind of bigger furniture like beds, there are a few IKEAs here in Ireland. Also, for other home goods, you can go to Home Store and More. Here it's showing the bath towels is a little bit pricier, around €17-18. So honestly, to give Dunn's another shout out, you can get just the same quality for a lot cheaper over there. Other places you can find them are somewhere like Penny's, but the quality is not going to be as good. Switching over to the prices of some clothing, I really love New Look for their jeans, and you can find a good pair of jeans for around €40. And back over to Dunn's again, but you can get some really great basic items for really fantastic prices, and they are quite good quality. Again, around the quality of Target. Now you can see for makeup, a brand that I really like that I kind of more recently discovered is called AU, but you can find a lot of the brands that are in the States, also here in Ireland, and I'd say the prices are honestly in and around the same as what you can find back home. And then if you're looking to get your hair done, these are some prices from the salon that I go to here. I recently got a wash, cut, blow dry, and a styling done for €65. Holland and Barrett is a really great place. They aren't very big, but they would have a lot of vitamins and supplements, and they would frequently have a lot of big sales on. So if you need to get any vitamins or anything, they're a great place to go to. Also, the local gym here is $30 a month, and I found in traveling around, that's about the price that you would have for a monthly membership. As far as health insurance, I'm with VHI. I'm with their more basic plan. It doesn't cover a whole lot, to be honest. And anything that I would want paid for, I would have to go public. And unfortunately here, you would be waiting a very long time. If you're looking to go to a specialist or anything, it can be upwards of a year, if not more. So that's the only thing. Now you can still go private. You just might pay a little more, or you can pay more on your monthly premium. Canty Dental is a dentist that I've used in Cork. And honestly, I find their prices not too bad. They're quite manageable. So if you're needing any work done, this is about what you'd be looking to pay. Now, unfortunately, doctors are a little bit hard to find at the moment. A lot of them are full and are not taking new patients. But if you are able to get in with a consultation, it usually only costs around €50. And then as well, any medication is usually quite affordable as well. You could be looking at about €18 for a month's supply, or like a round of antibiotics or what have you. So luckily, that's not too expensive. If you have pets, you might be paying €16 for a 2 kg bag of dog food. And I might have been looking at a very different brand because a bag of cat food that's only 1.5 kg, it was €20. And I couldn't help myself but looking up an adoption fee from the local CSPCA was €200 for a dog or puppy. Very similar to the States, if you're looking to get a purebred puppy or even one of these poodle mixes or something, you might be paying upwards of a good few hundred to €1,000 to €2,000. Also bear in mind, if you do have a dog, you have to pay what is called a dog license. This is either €20 a year or $140 for the span of the dog's life. Now to talk about the cost of having a car in Ireland. My insurance is $50 a month, and I have a 15-year-old little tiny Nissan. My husband has a 3-year-old car, but he has what's called points on his record, and so his insurance is $700 a year. Petrol or unleaded gas is $1.77 a liter at the moment, which is $6.69 a gallon. You also have to do what is called an NCT, and this is a test that is required for your vehicle to test for roadworthiness, as they call it. And depending on the year of your car, the test is required every 1 to 2 years and costs €55. You also have to pay road tax on your vehicle. I'm not sure what all goes into what decides the cost, but again, my little 15-year-old car costs me $270 for the year. Now for the monthly expenses for your home. We have oil heating in our rental, and unfortunately it's hard to break down to the monthly costs since you fill the oil and use it until it's gone basically, and there's apparently not an easy way to see how much is being used, but each winter will cost a good few €100 depending. Our cost for electricity last month was €40. Now, bear in mind, this is just myself and my husband. It is fall, so the days aren't terribly short. It's not terribly cold yet, so we're not running any heaters. We don't have a dryer for our clothes. Everything just hang dries. We wash our dishes by hand, so we don't really use a lot of electricity. Also, bins are about €50 a month for waste and recycling weekly collection. And for phone data, I have unlimited data for $15 a month with Gomo. If you're looking to get broadband installed in your home, you might be looking at around €40 a month. A lot of them seem to be in and around this area, and as well, there might be an installation fee depending on who you go with. Also bear in mind, here in Ireland, you have to pay what is called a TV license every year, and this will cost about €160. Now let's have a look at the cost of the home itself. I'm going to jump over to daft.ie and look at homes with at least 3 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms. First, I'll look at the prices of renting, and I will compare the prices between Dublin, Cork, and County Tipperary. Of course, like anywhere, location, size, age, type of property, these are all factors along with others that would go into the price differences. You will find that most rental properties here are furnished, and the numbers for renting looks to start around $3,000 a month for the Dublin area, starting at a little over $1,000 for Cork, and this is even for larger properties with more bedrooms, more bathrooms, and generally lower again for similar properties in County Tipperary. Then if you're looking to purchase a home, so this is based on research that I've done for myself and then talking to friends, talking to banks, and this is the information to the best of my knowledge. So you cannot qualify for a mortgage in Ireland unless you are permanent in your job. And most jobs here would have a probation period of around 6 to 9 months.
As a first-time buyer in the EU, you will get 4 times your annual income to qualify towards the mortgage, and the deposit needs to be 10% of that mortgage amount. So for second homes, those numbers are a little bit different. And as far as I can see at the moment, the interest rate averages about 4%. So same thing, I put in the search for at least a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom house. The numbers seem to vary still. At first glance, Dublin area, you are looking to start at over 400,000 and upwards from there. In County Cork, it seems to be more consistently in the 300,000 range, and County Tipperary is lower again in the 200,000 range, but it looks like a little bit more if you're looking to get a castle tower, which is in there as well. And last but certainly not least, just a quick glance at childcare costs here in Ireland. I won't speak too much on it, again, because I don't have children just yet, but you do get something called child benefit here, and it is $140 a month per child, as far as I know. So daycare here is called creche. Now, this will, of course, depend on your area, the age of your child, and the number of hours they need to be cared for each week, but here are just some numbers at a glance. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you found this helpful.